Hey, you guys. It's Denise Walsh here. I am super excited to connect with you. We are live on several platforms right now. I think we should be live in the Cash Queen group, also in the Become a Dream Life coaching group, as well as um, the YouTube and Instagram. So I'll check all of that down the line to see if it's actually working. Hopefully it is. We'll see. But I see people are watching. So that is always a good place to start. Okay. So here's the deal, you guys. These first 4 days in our Cash Queen 14-day challenge is all about getting our mind right. You've listened to the training as I'm kind of speaking life into you and giving you tools and tips and tricks for staying focused on what it is you want, utilizing your imagination, etc. Right? Well, today we're going to hear from a coach who's on her way to getting certified. She has gone through 90-day U-turn. She's coming back as a support coach, and she has experienced how and why working on our mindset can literally change everything. See, this is what happens. People will say to me, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Or give me the script and I'll post it. And, and that can be like, those are important things, right? We got to know what to do. We got to know what to say. We got to build our skill set. And we got to know what we want, and we got to believe that it's possible at the same time. That's when we're in dream life alignment, head, heart, feet. Do you know what you want? Do you believe it's possible? Do you know how to go get it? And that's when the how starts to show up. Because we know, how many times have we self-sabotage? Say hi in the comments, post your where you're from in the comments. We want to hear a bit about you. How many of us have self-sabotaged, right? Where we say we want something, but then we don't do it. And we spin our wheels, sometimes for years. So, all right, let's go ahead. I'm trying to see if this is working in the events, and I'm not seeing it. So that's okay. We'll post it afterwards. All right. So Rhonda's here. Yay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Rhonda says she definitely has as well. All right. So I'm going to bring on our Dream Life coach to the stage. Please welcome Lisa. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And I thought that you would be a great person to chat with about this concept, about the importance and like the linkage between our mindset and our action. So why don't you give the listeners a little bit of what where you've been over the past few years and what it felt like to be spinning your wheels.
Okay. Well, for the last few years, being about 50 years, I I've always had the negative. You can't do this. You're not good enough. Just anytime I got excited and wanted to do something and thought this is what I was going to do, the negative would just jump right in and would completely stop me. And then I met Denise about a year ago and talked to her about 90-day U-turn. And going through 90-day U-turn with her was a complete life changer for me, in that it helped me to get my mindset straightened out where it needed to be. When I start feeling myself going into those negatives and going into the depression and anxiety that I get, I use the tools. Definitely use the tools that Denise has given us and teaches in the 90-day U-turn. I have gone to a lot of counselors in my life and therapists, and none of them have been able to do what Denise did in just the 90-day U-turn. Amazing. And I continue to use those skills today, even. We just came back from our retreat, and even at the retreat, the little negative voices started talking to me, and I went, nope. And so at the retreat, the big thing for me was to have the support of the community. They were amazing, and they pulled me out of it, made me feel like I could do it. So the retreats are amazing as well.
So 50 years of stinking thinking thoughts. And I think oftentimes like that's unfortunately can be normal in our society. We're in chronic stress. We've got, toxic or unsafe relationships, or we've got childhood stuff that like impacts our nervous system. And then that becomes normal to live in a state of fight or flight mode. And so 90-day U-turn was not just a place where you were resparked. That happened. But also we were able to support you in rewiring your nervous system a bit, rewiring your thoughts, so you're not in fight or flight mode anymore.
Correct. I did not realize that I was in fight or flight.
Right.
After realizing it, my whole life, that was how I lived my whole life.
Yeah.
And it was so freeing for me to realize it and to have the skills to get away from that.
Yeah.
And to be able to have the confidence to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Like, this is why I love this stuff so much, you guys. Like, it's a game
Yes.
changer. And the 3 months of 90-day U-turn, it's not like, oh, 3 months and now I'm done. It's like, this puts you in a whole different trajectory, like a whole different path. Now that you know these skills, I have people message me a year later and like, oh my gosh, this crazy life situation just happened, but I handled it in a way that I never would years ago because I was able to utilize these skills. So let's talk a little bit about action. So in Cash Queen, it's all about taking action. As a coach, we are, once you get certified, we're building our businesses, and we talk a lot about money mindset and action to be taken to generate leads, follow up with leads, that kind of thing. But tell me what life is like when you take action out of fight or flight mode. What does that type of action look like?
For me, taking action gave me the confidence.
Wait, hold on a second. You're taking action in fight or flight mode. That's the difference.
In fight or flight mode,
Yeah.
that I would, when I was in fight and flight mode, then I would withdraw from the world. I would put myself in the house. I wouldn't answer my phone. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I would just sleep for 2 or 3 days at a time. And then the negative talking would spiral myself into a total depression. That took a lot of work to get myself out of it.
So you didn't take action when you were in fight or flight mode. You withdrew, and you were in your own kind of cloud. And then if
Correct.
you did take action, it was sporadic.
Yes.
One step
and it
forward,
was negative.
And it was like, it's not going to work anyway.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
You are exactly right.
Okay. And so I want you guys that are listening here to think about that too. Like, when you are taking action, what's your mindset behind it? Is your mindset, this isn't going to work anyway, or I'm not good enough, or it's because you're living in fight or flight mode or in constant chaos? It's sporadic. It's sparse. It's you're on again, off again, on again, off again, which impacts the results that you're going to get. Right. And so I think oftentimes, you guys, when people say, tell me what to do, tell me what to say, give me the script, and they're living in fight or flight mode, that's why I think to myself and I say, you need 90-day U-turn first. Because even if I tell you what to do and it's the perfect magic script, you're either not going to do it consistently enough to get results, or you're going to do it and sabotage yourself because you're telling yourself it's not going to work anyway. And that's what you found over the course of the last 50 years.
Definitely. I have been a part of Mary Kay for 30 years, and there is absolutely no reason that I shouldn't be in the top 10, except for my self-sabotage and my negative talk to myself.
Okay.
And the action, I just don't do the action.
Yeah. And I think it's powerful to know that, to be able to see it, so then you can change it. Otherwise, we're like, why isn't it working? What's going on? I'm so confused. I'm trying all the things. I'm on all the calls. I'm, go to all the parties.
Doing all the scripts.
Doing all the scripts sometimes, but they're not, working. And so the state of when you take action is really important. So over the past few months, you have gotten out of fight or flight mode and into rest and digest, which I call the world of dreams. And you've been able to take what I call empowered action, right? Which means that you are doing what you say you want to do consistently and you're following through. Tell us what that looks like.
That is amazing. The confidence and the boldness, and just, I'm not the negative. It's, you can do this. You got this, girl. Get it done. Get it done.
So what are some of the things that you followed through with over the past few months that maybe you wouldn't have before?
The things that I followed through with are getting on my coaching calls, getting on the 90-day U-turn, and doing the classes, like the courses that we're assigned to do. It's such an amazing change. I mean, it sounds so cliche to say life changing, but for me, it truly was life changing. Because I did make the commitment and I stuck by it, and being a part of the community and getting the girls to help me and make me stand by be accountable for what I say I'm going to do was amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So even just showing up on the call with step one. And I tell people that all of the time. It's like, you don't need to write a book and have it be on Oprah's nightstand. Like, that's not the goal. The goal is to be intentional with your time and follow through on the things that you say you want to do. And so for you, showing up with step one, the dreams, the rekindling, the skills will come as you show up, and you'll start to gain clarity. And you have gained clarity, haven't you?
Oh, definitely. Some of the stuff, like putting stuff down on the calendar, that made a huge difference for me, was to write it down. Then I really felt that I had a plan, a roadmap, like you said, a roadmap, and I got to where I wanted to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And so in the next round of 90-Day U-Turn, you get to be a support coach, which is really fun. The first round, so as coaches, you do 90-Day U-Turn, and then you come back as a support coach for those that are getting certified. Clients can sign up for 90-Day U-Turn as well. So if you're like, I'm where Lisa used to be, like, I need to get out of fight or flight mode, I need to get out of that constant stress, join 90-Day U-Turn as a client. You will get an immense life change out of it. But Lisa's working to become a coach. And so she gets to step in again as a support coach and support others in the group. So what are you excited about in terms of getting to practice your skills?
Well, it's exactly what you said, getting to practice my skills and to see the life-changing things that happen to the people that are in the group. Going through and doing the classes and just seeing the aha moments and hearing the aha moments is going to be amazing. I've always wanted to help people to feel better about themselves and to find their spark or their dream. And I think that 90-Day U-Turn and being a support coach is going to be amazing to do that. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. Sorry if you guys heard some background. I was trying to comment on Janet's question and it made it start the video. So I'll answer that in just a minute, Janet. But you're right, being able to practice the skills. Now, 90-Day U-Turn shifted you in an immense way. What's super fun is for it to shift other people in an immense way too.
Right.
And as a coach, that's what really builds your coaching confidence. And coaching confidence is a part of the coaching curriculum, because you need to know that what you're doing is stinking awesome. And when you know that the program that you have, the content that you have is life-changing, you want to shout it from the rooftops. And that, of course, helps us with empowered action. Because if we're taking action out of this energy of like, everybody needs this, then guess what? We're going to talk to more people. We're going to be more bold about it. We're going to sign more clients. We're going to introduce it to more people, and we're going to have a more successful business.
Exactly. It's so exciting. You just get so happy and just so excited about it. You want to share it with everybody.
Yeah. And then if you have a down day, right, because life happens, you've got that community of ladies that will rally around you and support you, whether you're a 90-Day U-Turn or the coaches cohort. So what would you say to somebody who's interested in having this type of life transformation themselves? They want to see better results in their business. They keep spinning their wheels. They're trying all the things, but they're not seeing results. How would 90-Day U-Turn support them, and should they join?
I would definitely say take that leap of faith, because it will definitely pay off for you. It'll give you what you're looking for, and it'll give you that roadmap and path for head, heart, and feet.
Yeah. I have people say, like, I knew I needed to heal, but I didn't know how. Or like, looking for a therapist is time consuming or tricky or intimidating sometimes, you know what I mean? And so this is not therapy. This is not what that is, but I am used to be a therapist. And so it's all woven in to give you the roadmap to get unstuck and step into your dream life. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below. I'm going to go through some of them. Janet was asking if this is being recorded, and if you can share it to your group. You can share. This one is actually when I did it, it's actually on my personal page. So you can go straight to my Facebook page and share it straight from there. I didn't mean to do that actually, but that's where it is. And then it's also on my YouTube. So there's going to be a link on YouTube that you can pull from. And then we had a question from Lisa in our free Cash Queen challenge today. She was asking about pricing and how do you decide pricing for your programs? And so I thought we would have this conversation together, Lisa, because I'm sure this will be a question you have as you step into brewing your business. And I'll share with you one of the first things that I tell new coaches. And I feel like Lisa froze. So hopefully you guys can all still hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can. So the answer to that question is to oftentimes, okay, let's think about this. We want to get away from trading time for money. So it's not about hourly things. It's not about how much I make per hour. It's about the result the clients get. Now, I have to imagine that you would pay more for a heart surgeon who's done it more times and can do it faster, quicker, easier than somebody who's cheaper but takes longer, right? You want to think about the outcome your clients have. What results are they getting? And go from there. And so when you're thinking about the results clients are getting, are they going to be able to hit their goal faster, easier, in a more fun way than they would on their own? Yes, absolutely, they will. They will be able to get out of their funk. They'll be able to overcome self-sabotage. They'll be able to heal through grief. I know Lisa's program that she's talking about, like they'll be able to step into a community and find a place to serve together and have a group of people that they, kind of claim as their own. And as like their tribe, right? Maybe doing retreats together, that kind of thing. So are they going to be able to get the results that they want faster, easier, quicker with you? And the answer to that is yes. And so if you have a smaller program, like a lower ticket program, I would say you're not necessarily giving personalized feedback or time. You are giving community feedback, videos, etc. The higher the price point, the more access they have to you to get personalized feedback and their questions answered about your specific situation. And so that's when in the coaching world, the higher the ticket, the more personalized it is for them getting that one-on-one feedback and connection. Now, I pay for my own coaching program because I'm in a coaching program too, and I pay a pretty penny. And I don't meet with the lady one-on-one. It's a small cohort group, but I pay for her knowledge, for her feedback, to have access to ask questions if I need it. What do you think about this? Let's try this. And, to have a place to brainstorm so then I can go work on my business. So it's, again, I think you want to think about the results that they're getting. And you want to also think about how much you need to make, because you could charge $29 a month and need to have 5,000 people in order to be able to keep doing it. The world is not served if you have to go back to work, right? Or if so just think about how much you need to make. What are the results clients are getting? But at the end of the day, you need to believe in it. So I set a standard price for 90 Day U-Turn for coaches to sell 90 Day U-Turn at when they are certified. And they have a beta price and they start with that because that feels so good and easy. Like, oh yeah, that's easy. Like that is totally like a great price, totally getting, their money's worth. It's way above and beyond. But once they do that, they realize, this is time and this is energy. And like, I need to raise my prices. And so you want to be emotionally connected to your price as well. So that's kind of my long-winded answer, Lisa. I hope that is helpful. But the moral of the story is the higher touch, the higher the price. And so if it's going to be a lower ticket, then it's typically less interaction with you and maybe more teaching, that kind of thing. One other question I'll have, and then Lisa did pop back on. One question people have asked me is, what do I make into a freebie? Like, what can I put as free content? And what do I hold for my clients? And an easy answer to that is you can share any and all of your wisdom in bite-sized pieces, because your client, in order to get the full experience, is going to need to go through your entire program. For a 90-day U-turn, I can give you the individual exercises in Instagram Reels or a live, or I could do one here and there. You can go to my YouTube and find a ton, but they're not in the linear order with my teaching surrounding it and the community to talk through it. So again, you can use any of one thing, and one little exercise, one little thing all over for free. They're paying for your proximity and the community and the chance to do it together. So don't feel like you can't share stuff, I guess, is the goal there. All right, Lisa is back, but I don't know if she's actually back. So we may need to. Yeah, her internet must have been wonky. She was driving home. Let's see. I'm going to refresh my pages, see if we've got any other questions. If you're on my personal page listening to this, welcome. I didn't mean to put it on my personal page, but we're glad you're here. We do have a 14-day Cash Queen Challenge happening right now. And the first 4 days were all about mindset. So there's a lot of really great videos that you'll be able to listen to and catch up on. I'll post the link to join that below if you're interested in getting started with the Cash Queen Challenge. But today's main lesson was to talk about taking action out of that fight or flight mode and then taking action out of that rest and digest mode. That's why this matters. That's why we've talked about mindset. That's why we focus on aligning our dream life pathway. So that way, when we take action, it's empowered, it's connected, we're excited, and we do way stinking more of it. So I hope that this was helpful, you guys. If you're not yet in the Cash Queen Challenge, feel free to join. It's a free challenge. On Friday, we start getting into action, taking steps to build our business, to generate leads. And I do give you scripts, and I do give you ideas on what you can do to navigate and bring more people into your world. But now that we're ready and we're clear about what we want, it'll be go time. So Lisa's back on. I'll add you to the stage for just a minute. Do you want to say anything before we end?
My biggest thing is I want to thank Denise and for all of the time and effort that she's put into this, and to all of the coaches that are there to support all of us along the way. I've met some amazing people, and my confidence has just grown, and I feel like I'm gonna go forward and be amazing.
It's like happening. You see it happening right in front of your own eyes, yes, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. People love progress, right? We love to see progress. And so, Lisa, in just 3 months, you've already seen progress, and we're just getting started, my friend.
Huge. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, you guys, thank you for bearing with us for the little technical difficulties. We appreciate your connection and support today. Reach out if you've got any questions. Comment coach if you want to learn more about becoming a coach as well. And if you are connected to any of the Dream Life coaches, connect with them about their 90-day U-turn, because they are running them too. All right. Have an awesome day, you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.